Hello. Let's find the average of this series of numbers using the calculator. So first you have to put your calculator with the mode statistics. So you go to mode 3, okay, and then you choose one variable. And then you have to plug in your numbers. I have 3 values, so you put 5.2. To enter your first value, you have to click on equal. Then you put 5.4 equal, 5.5 equal. Now don't be afraid, click on AC, shift 1, and then you have to find your variables. And here you have 4 options. It's either the number of trials, your average, and your error as X. هلا don't use a sigma X. So if you want to find the average, you press on 2, okay, and you get something like 5.3666 blah blah blah. If you want to find your error on the average, which is the RMS, okay, it's by definition Sx divided by radical n, which is, again you click on AC, shift 1, okay, again you choose the variable, you choose this time number 4 for Sx, okay, and you get something like 0.152. Remember to divide it by radical of the number of trials. I have 3 trials, so divided by radical 3. So I do divided by radical 3, and I get something like 0.088. I have to round my values to one significant figure, so it's gonna be 0.09. I have to stop at the hundreds. So I have to stop at 36. I have to round my value. So the acceleration average is gonna be 5.37 plus or minus 0.09 meters per second square. Now assume that you have 2 variables and you are changing x and y is changing accordingly. The theoretical value for y is related to x through this formula 3x plus 1. You can see that the theoretical slope is 3. يعني I got 4 by multiplying x by 3 plus 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 you get 4. 3 times 1.5 is 4.5, you add 1 it's 5.5, etc. But I'm not interested in the y theoretical. I did my experiment and I find values that are very close to the theoretical values. But remember that x is changing and y is changing accordingly, and the question is to find the slope experimental. To do that, you have to go to the mode statistics, but this time instead of choosing one variable, you have to choose 2 variables. Remember that while doing that, okay, when you choose mode statistics, your slope is b, not a. So remember that the calculator is organized in a way that b is your slope. Now let's choose this mode and we will enter the x values اللي هن 1, 1.5, and I click on equal each time I want to go to the next value, 2, 2.5. Once I finish, I go with the arrow to the y values and then I insert my experimental values, which are 3.82, 5.59, 6.85, and finally 8.62. Now don't worry, after you finish your table you always click on AC, shift 1, and this time you choose regression, not variables. When you click on regression, you can get either the slope, the y-intercept A, or the regression R. So please choose B for the slope, okay? You will get something very close to the real slope, اللي هي 3.132. Okay, now if you want to find the A, y-intercept, it's very easy. Shift 1, regression, and this time you click on 1. It's 0.739. قبل it was 1. The y-intercept was, يعني هيدي هي ال B theoretical, and this is A theoretical. Now, if you want to find your regression, it's a very good way to evaluate your experiment, okay? If R is very close to 1, it's good. So yeah, since your experiment, as long as the R square, you can find the R square is 0.995, sorry. So it means it's 99.5% linear.